what we're looking at here is a membrane that has oxygen coming into the middle of it, and then it diffuses through the membrane into the water to create a high level of oxygen to enable beneficial aerobic bacteria to grow. The basic function of the membrane is to allow air to escape through thousands of 1 millimetre slits that are cut into that membrane, and in the process of that it forms small bubbles, and these small bubbles have a large surface area, and the larger the surface area, the greater the efficiency of oxygen diffusion. This is a membrane has a very special feature in that as soon as the air is switched off on the pump, the nutrient solution and the microbes that are growing in the brew cannot escape back or penetrate back through the rubber, and in so doing it keeps the rubber cleaner and much more hygienic as far as ease of clean and things like that, because while there's ever air pressure on here coming into the unit itself, it's diffusing outwards, but the moment that air comes off, the way this is designed, it doesn't allow any water within the tank to go back inside this membrane. Now that's very, very important. One of the things that's important in brewing in design of tanks is the shape of the tank, but one of the other things that can influence it a lot is the bubble size. The smaller bubble you have and the more of them, you create a greater lift in the total solution that's in the tank. So if you're getting a metre of air a minute coming in, then you're getting almost the equivalent of a metre of water being moved every minute. Whereas in this little pump here, there's 80 litres a minute, so we can pretty well assume there's just not far off 80 litres of water being moved around. Often you'll see a unit with large holes drilled in a piece of pipe blowing air in. You see there's massive big bubbles on the surface, and it looks very impressive, but the efficiency of oxygen transfer is very poor, and the amount of energy used for that amount of oxygen put in the water is very poor. One of the other important factors is that after the brew's been going between 9 and 12 hours, as a general rule, there's an exponential growth occurs, and at that point of time it's very, very important to have a very good diffuser. I'm going to switch this pump on now, and we can see the bubbles rising from all around the membrane. That's the particular point that I'd like you to focus on. As you can see, it does quite a spectacular job of mixing the water. There it is, you can see the bubbles right down here at the bottom coming out and then joining together a little bit as they get towards the top. Extremely efficient unit. If we had something in the bottom there that would show the colour, you'd say the drag on that water coming up from down the bottom underneath the diffuser. These membranes are the key distinguishing factor of the SmartBug brewers and the Down Under brewers that we manufacture. We've adopted this technology because we believe it's the best, and anybody who's studied this subject of aeration and looks at the industrial applications of these type of membranes will find they're the major membranes used throughout the world. We've been using them now for probably 6 or 7 years, and we've had one instance where we've had to provide the grower with a new membrane, and that was because they put the shovel through it when they were stirring it. And apart from that, there's been no other times, but these membranes work in sewage plants all around the country at 24/7 at a very heavy duty usage. So when we're using them in these applications, they last a lifetime. The thing is, we do need to keep them out of the sun, because if we allow the sun to heat up the pipe that's inside these, and with the black plastic, the black rubber at least, absorbs a lot of heat, and the actual brewers act like a bit of a parabolic dish, and they absorb so much heat and they can distort the pipes. So they're generally kept in the shade, or put a decent lid over the top of them. We've sold these brewers right throughout Australia. They're in all mainland states, and anybody interested can contact us, and where possible I can put you in contact with people who have been using these brewers over many years. And to my knowledge, I don't believe there's anyone that's got a problem with them. So I'm quite happy for you to talk to those growers and find out what they think, and go from there. You can go to the website for further information on any of these units. I'd like to encourage you to have a good look through the website and sign up to our innovation and research newsletter that we hope to be able to send out every month, and it will be contributed to by growers from around Australia who have got some very good applications and various processes they've used to make this all a bit easier. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and we hope it's been informative, and feel free to give us a call at Smart Bugs.